I want to get back into your guys though into night one because we obviously have so much to cover from your entire first week there. But so we saw you give your first impression rose to Spencer, which we have said very easy on the eyes, but we're not quite sure how we're feeling about him.
But an asshole. I said that. I just want to be on record for saying that.
He's starting to rub me the wrong way. At first I was like, ooh, hello. But then he started opening his mouth a little bit too much.
The room that he walked into with all the guys treating him that, or like, just kind of give him the cold shoulder. I think I would act the same, don't you?
They were going to not like any of the dudes that walked in.
But I didn't, and maybe I'm partial to the man. I didn't think they gave him a cold shoulder. It was jarring to know that there was a limo coming out. There was a guy coming in, and he was just kind of like, he didn't seem very warm and inviting. What I did notice is that thereafter, Zach C, I think that's his initial, went up to the person and shook the hand.
Yes.
Like,
that was the one, Rachel, that was the one moment where I was like, what a man. Like, what a sweetheart.
Yeah, so got funny. Up and shook hands with whoever it was that came through the door. And maybe the first person was a little, I think it was awkward on both ends.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I get it. Like the 16 guys already had lived together for a couple of weeks. They formed this bond. They were already going through hell. They had no idea what was going to happen. They didn't know Tayshia was going to walk in. And then the fact that Chris is like, hey, we're going to bring in new dudes now to take away even more time that you guys have spent here.
Wow, really?
I get it. Like, regardless of who were to walk into the room, like right away, they're not going to be overly friendly to them. But I think the first thing that came out of Spencer's mouth was, so who's the one that pissed Clare off enough to leave or something?
Yeah.
Like, oh, honey.
He was looking for it. He was searching for it.
But you obviously had a good time with him that first night. Did you feel an instant connection, or what was like the moment where you're like, I'm going to give him my first impression rose?
To be honest with you, I think it was like who caught my eye, like gave me that little like, oh shoot, you know what I mean? Like,
well, he walked away from the limo and you were like, he is hot.
No, like
hot.
Yes,
that's what she said.
But he also, fun fact, reminds me of someone I used to date. So it like at first when he came out of the limo, I was like, I had like fixed my eyes a little bit because I thought it was somebody else. And he just made my heart skip a beat a little bit. And I think that's the first impression, isn't it? So
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Spencer isn't it.
Oh.
And the reason I say that is because just because as a person who like gave their first impression rose to their husband, and this isn't a knock towards you, Tayshia, but you came in you were meeting men who had already been a part of this process. Then you find out mid-date with someone that more men are coming.
Right.
So it was just, it's like, what can you base it all off of? You didn't have the typical first night.
Right.
So if I were you, I would have been like, oh gosh, this guy had my immediate attraction. He made my heart skip a beat. There was something there. I think with Becca and I, we could more digest the conversation that we had with that person versus other people.
Individually, when they came out of the limo.
Yeah. Exactly. So what you were able to base your opinion off of your first impression rose is different from what Becca and I got to do. And so that's why I say, if you had had more time in a different opportunity, different place, I don't think you would have given it to Spencer. I think you would have given it to someone else.